What is going on, guys? We're back with another video, and we are doing another reload, and this time it is of the Ravens. We had an insane rookie quarterback, probably the best we ever had, and I was suggested a few times to go back and look at this one, and honestly, I think this team didn't win a Super Bowl, and if that is the truth, yeah, we didn't. So, yeah, I mean, good shout. This is definitely a team that should have won a Super Bowl. Of course, we lost. I think it was 41-34. This is the roster. I mean, first glance, it looks like a realistic rebuild. I can't 100% tell, though. And if you want to see this quarterback, this is why he's the greatest we've ever had, or one of the greatest. 98 overall, superstar dev, but he's got 87 speed. However, his excel is a little lower than I thought he would be. A great ability to move around. A very good quarterback. Maybe not the best, but he is an insane one. Top 3, I would say, of the year. We also have, of course, a lot of great young O-linemen. The youngest one being, or oldest one anyways, being Yonda. To be fair, Hudson actually is getting a little old, but Jensen, he's still here, and still a good line. Linebackers appear to be pretty good. We have this Olajuwon Troup. Not really great in coverage, to be honest. Then we have a rookie here who appears to have a pretty good season on his hands. Do not want to quit. I will say another big issue, though, is cornerbacks, because Jimmy Smith is probably on his way out soon. D-line's not too bad. Hugh Janus over here. Rashad Janus. 99 hit power? What? I don't know if I just didn't see it, because I'll be 100% honest with you. If I was going to cheat, I wouldn't touch hit power. Like, I legit just wouldn't. Like, if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to hit power move or finesse or something like that, but I would never hit power. It's literally useless for pretty much every position that I would ever think of. Tony Jefferson, I don't know how the hell he is superstar dev. I can kind of see it because he is a terrible overall. But hey, we went through the players. Of course, we did lose, so I did give us a forced loss. Pretty insane Super Bowl, though. 2-15-1 teams. Not going to see that very often. And, of course, like I said, we did lose. So, free agents, I don't remember, any of the guys we might need to re-sign. So, Patrick Rickard, we will withdraw. Of course, Eric Weddle, we will withdraw. He should retire. Making it hard on us. Should just retire, bro. Pretty much let all the other guys go. How many years has Weddle been with the Ravens? Like, it only feels like it's been like 1 or 2 years, but I feel if I look it up, it's going to be like, oh yeah, he's been playing with them for 6 years. It's like I would guess 2 or 3, though. Career stats. So we have 42 mil to work with. Yeah, only 2 years. About to be his 3rd, so fair enough. Not really too crazy. So, looking at the names here, there's some actual decent names here. I don't even know what year this is. Of course, the biggest name, really normal dev. How bad are the Falcons on this roster? Biggest name for me is clearly Keanu Neal. I don't know if I should go that high with it now. I'd be willing to go to like 90 or something. I want to go to 90. Yeah, the Falcons are ruined though. Whoa, I only touched it a few points, bro. Tyreek would be a nice name, superstar dev as well, but we've got 3 great receivers. Obviously, Ty Montgomery might be a little bit on the older side, but that's all right. Jake Elliott's a free agent. I don't know why that would be the case, but yeah, he's kind of an insane kicker. Oh, we have Justin Tucker. What am I talking about? See you later. Not that Justin Tucker is better than him. I think Jake Elliott clearly in Madden is better. He's got 5 years of youth on him, and I don't see Tucker being better than 99 kick power and accuracy. Call me crazy. If you don't know what I mean, I'm literally mean that you can't get better than that. Just saying. Just in case it got a little crazy. Why is everyone after this guy? Keelan Cole is 27. Literally the only guy I wanted. Looking at this roster, Yonda did retire. So looking at the roster, wide receiver could be a position of upgrade. Tight end, I think, is fine. O-line, perhaps. We do have, how is Saragusa such a high overall? Oh, crap, we got some late-round beasts. How is that even fair? Like, they do know I'm the only one in this roster, right? And by roster, I mean franchise. Words are hard. I mean, honestly, wide receiver is probably one of the biggest, needs when you consider how good this team really is. Like, what else does this team need? O-line, you're not going to get anyone other than late rounds anyways. Look at this guy, probably Parker Seiler. Even though, once again, I don't even know if we need a lineman in the draft. I mean, obviously we're going to draft one, but Starting them is a different story. This guy looks insane. 23, it's all right, though. Well, that's it. Probably going to look at the rest of the wide receivers, and then that's about it. Whoa. 6'6", 21 years old, ran a 4.55. Look at the tight ends in this class. Okay, so tight end is definitely a position we're going to be looking at. That guy could be the most insane tight end talent I've ever seen in a draft. 100% has slow dev, without a doubt. Not a doubt in my mind. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything too crazy other than that second round corner, and that might be it, honestly. Got Keanu Neal, which was clearly the biggest player we needed. And looking at draft picks, are we going to have 31? 31 it is, all right. Let's take a look at exactly every pick we have, just so I know what I can trade and what I can't. So 31, 49, 63. Okay, so we have 2 second-round picks. Nothing really high. Clearly worth it. They wanted it, surprisingly, even though they said they didn't want Jimmy. Yeah, I think it's a pretty fair trade. Jimmy Smith's still worth it. Top-tier corner. There's actually quite a bit of talent here. End Gibbs is still there. I mean, I would like to have a nice tight end like that, but this isn't a user league. So really all we need is the overall and how well they'll play. So Coleman's perfectly fine. Shredrick Banjo, potentially our new #1 cornerback. Slow dev. Took him 16, supposed to go 20. He's a great corner. Got all the stuff you would want except for that terrible dev. Screw it. Boyce it is. Superstar dev. Can't go wrong with a superstar dev. Ty Montgomery will be traded, I guess. Suppose that's what you do with players you don't want that have lots of value. Why not? He's so good. Quick dev, 88 speed, 89 hit power. What was it? You ran a 4.51, was that? 88 speed at 4.51. That's not going to be too great for that tight end then. I just want to see a tight end with 90 speed. Oh, I actually just got nostalgia. I just got nostalgia from when Jesus, running back's not bad at all. But when I used to play like for several Maddens ago, and they had the predetermined rosters, and it was a 6'6" tight end that was literally God mode. He had 90 plus speed, 90 plus. Like he was literally a rookie Vernon Davis clone, but he was 6'6". And he had he was like in like Anthony Gonzalez body build with Vernon Davis speed. It's ridiculous how good he was. We don't need Seiler, so I'll probably just go to the late 5th with McClellan. Unless I accidentally end up going for Seiler. Don't know how one does that, but if anyone could do it, could be this guy. So who's the more important player? I think that goes down to who the better player is, and that's McClellan, clearly. 77 overall, superstar dev. These guys are so good, I almost want to start them, but how do you start players you don't need? I don't think that's possible. Let's go on to the rest and see our draft. That cornerback was kind of iffy. I mean, he's great stats, just slow dev is very hard to start. So he might be a #3. So Boyce, obviously worth the pick without a doubt. Saunders, obviously worth the pick. Seiler, definitely worth the pick. McClellan, lights out pick. Hubbard, one of the best 5th-round picks I've ever had. And then Doyle, useless. So maybe we'll look if we see anyone insane. I always say that, and I look for anyone, but if they're really insane, we'll take a look. If not, who cares? Baldwin, this is the guy that we were debating on. It wasn't bad, but at 24 years old with slow dev, he's literally just a support guy. I want to see this running back, actually. Who is this? Quick dev, average, trucking, good stiff arm. I mean, cool. Simon Bloom, I don't remember if he was supposed to be great, but apparently he was pretty good. Hartzell, this was the white guy. 24 years old with no ability. It kind of sickens me, actually. Willis Peters, really good player, prototypical beast DT. I don't trust people with Justin spelled that way. Sorry if you're out there. Tremont Bogle, very fast, actually. And here's the tight end, Gibbs. Okay, so this is... He didn't get to 90 speed, but this is without a doubt the fastest tight end I've ever seen. What pick did they use on? 23. What a steal. 6'6", 264, 21 years old, 88 speed, 92 excel, and then on top of that, he has 87 agility. I will say his jumping is only 85, which is kind of low. I don't know what his trucking is. Trucking of 69. Regardless of the point, Hands down the best tight end I've ever seen in Madden 18. Not a question. I've seen a lot of 88 speeds, maybe 89, 90 excel, but 92 excel. This man has reached some like wide receiver levels of speed. He's absolutely insane. That's honestly where I want to keep it for looking at the rookies. Let me know if you guys have seen a better tight end than that. Mixed with the age and height and weight, I don't think I have. Obviously, you can switch, Mike Evans a tight end, but I mean straight up drafted tight ends. That's the best I've ever seen. It has to be. So we do have to replace one of these linemen, maybe. Does Rodney Hudson need a contract? Holy crap, even if he did, we're not cutting him. Let's take a look. Contract, he's got plenty of years, actually, even though he's old as hell. Probably retire a Raven. Must have just signed him. I need a new lineman, though. Unless I want to start... Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. We have Quinn. Our line's perfectly set, actually. Never mind. Wide receiver we will replace. Tight end is fine, and if it wasn't, we'd start Hubbard. Hubbard might not be as good as that guy, but he's definitely a really good player as well. So let's see if we can release Joe Flacco yet. I would assume probably not, right? A 17 mil hit, so literally useless to do so. He is so bad. At least his throw power is still average. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I'm actually half tempted to start Hubbard here. That tight end was really insane, though. I'd be willing more to take a first round. These two players for a first round pick would be mighty fine. Third round pick this year, Ty Montgomery and Tony Jefferson for Remmers and the Vikings first round pick this year. Completely fair. I mean, I kind of spoiled it because I actually went to week 1, but this is the official roster we will be starting with. Looking pretty strong. Defense, however, let's see. Looking pretty strong there, too. We obviously want McClellan as the backup to everything. What is McClellan as a safety? That'd be interesting to see because he's fast as hell. Doubt it'll be a move that works, but who knows. Banjo at number 2. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I would prefer McClellan to start, but Mosley at the moment does give us the best chance to win, I suppose. And we did pay him a ton. So, of course, we do have a couple of re-signings. Nico Saragusa is a very interesting one. Kind of sprung up on me here. Probably will re-sign him. Marlon Humphrey usually does very well for me, so I'm actually going to lock him up to a 7-year deal. Hopefully that is good, and he is happy. I don't know how much we paid him there, but whatever it is, it's good enough for me. Cordero, probably not. We'll see, though. Sam Koch, I'm going to knock it right now as a no. But you can't look at the names or how well they play sometimes. I mean, I guess that kind of factors, but when you factor in 85 kick power, 87 accuracy, you're basically saying he's not a pro footballer anymore. It's pretty much the way you have to look at it. So we are in the playoffs, 11-5, a much worse season. Let's take a look at the team schedule. Show you guys we did not tamper, which we did not. And of course, we did get MVP with Gardner, which is kind of shocking on the overall part. 5,000 yards, 55 touchdowns, 18 picks. Rushing, 13 touchdowns, 4.1 on each carry, 1,300 yards, not bad at all. Fumbles are a little high for the team. Receiving, Boyce and Alfaro, pretty much the exact same season, with Dean having 6 touchdowns, 800 yards only. Hubbard actually had a decent season for yards as well. Blocking, superb. Defensively, can we have had a little bit more pressure this year? I don't know, but 12.5 for Kevin Cruz as a left end is not bad. Keanu with 4 picks. Humphrey with 4. That's not bad either. Kicking. Tucker missed 4 of 17. That's actually really bad. Punting. Sam Koch barely over the average. 4 averages. Alfaro, 1 kick return, 1 punt return touchdown. Don't care too much about the yardage and whatnot. Ravens, of course, number 1 player for MVP. 1 player for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Rookie or Player of the Year. McGarity at 4. Not bad. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Boyce, kind of shocking there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Banjo is number 3, which isn't too bad, I suppose. Gardner, best QB. Best running back, Collins made number 8. Receiving, Boyce and Alfaro at 2 and 3. O-line, we had number 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Kevin Cruz is the 4th best pass rusher in the AFC. Best DBs, not on the list. Best kicker, shouldn't have been on the list. Of course, no bye week this season, so we will see the XP straight away. 42K for the QB. Boyce with 61K, definitely the right decision to start him. We have 23K for Alfaro. Then we have Quinn with 22K. Siler, nope, nothing special there. Hubbard, once again, better than Coleman, but didn't really have the season we thought he would. Cruz, 20K. Marlon Humphrey, defense really didn't get any of the XP we were hoping for. So we do play the Bills, and this is the roster we're going to take on the Bills with Dean. Kind of disappointing. Dean with quick dev, average stats. His jumping is a little low. Maybe that's the reason. Is this team filled with short players, by the way? Okay, Alfaro's actually tall as hell. I forgot how goatly Alfaro is. Look at those stats, man. Insane. Boyce, of course, is my Boyce. Looking pretty good after one season. Hubbard, 88 overall. Nothing really insane. Offensive line looking pretty strong. Defense, once again, really didn't get any XP there, but 90s in the linebacking core. Sadly, Ingram's still kind of bad. Decent DBs, I suppose. Is it enough, though? Because the pass rush is kind of rough, and it worries me. But let's see. 96 of their 86. That's a good first look, I suppose. Snow is playing a big factor. We are up by 4. They are now up by 3. We are all tied at 10. Start of the second half, we will be down by 1. So, I mean, the Bills putting up a better show than they probably should. They're up by 4 now. Okay, once again, that's why we're doing a rebuild of this team, because this team doesn't know how to win. We are up by 3 now, and we have a chance. The offense wants to get going. No. Cool. It's all tied up. Now we're up by 7. Defense makes a play, gets the pick, and finishes strong. Very close to choking the game away. We do end up winning by 2 scores, though. It's pretty good with me. Let's go to Skip. Let's take a look at the comparisons. So Tyrod Taylor and Gardner both played actually very poorly. Alex Collins was okay, to be fair. Tyrod, 3 fumbles, and we only won by 14. Nice. Turned the ball over 5 times himself. How do we struggle that much? I don't know. And Robbie Gould missed the kick. Didn't really matter too much, it would appear, but I don't know, momentum and whatnot. Doesn't matter to me, though. We're moving on to the divisional game. Wish we had a damn bye week, because this would be the championship, but of course it's not. Gonna probably go against like the Chargers or something ridiculous. The Titans, I mean, I've played the Titans before. They're very tough as well. We are at 96. They're 90, so that's a +4 overall, and kind of struggled against the Bills, so this is probably going to be a loss. Can't wait. Starting the game, we are up 3. We are moving left to right this time, so first quarter can pretty much call it a success. Kind of rare. Second quarter, definitely not the success the first was. We're up by 4. Only up by 1, so opposite of last game. So very close game, regardless. Up by 8. Start of the 4th, they are having a slow drive, and they do have to punt it, so slow drive and they don't score, which is huge. However, they have a chance to score here, and it's only 1 possession. Pick. Defense does its job. Of course, offense can do nothing again. Defense locking up. Defense pretty much sets the game up and sends us to the championship game, 24-16 over the Titans. Offense needs to step up, man. You got this quarterback, you got these receivers, you got that tight end, an insane O-line, pretty good running back. You got to do better. You got to take control of the game when the defense locks up. Once again, more picks for the MVP of the league, and it seems the way our guy played, it was probably 2-time MVP, I would assume. So show it like you mean it. I don't even know what that means. Ingram, 2 picks, probably had more picks that game than he did all regular season. Maybe if you would equivalent to that to the regular season, which is something coaches probably never say in comparison, maybe he would have been a better overall. Maybe we'd be locked down on the free safety spot too. Going against the Steelers, all right. Don't have any XP to use. The old Steelies. Okay, every time we play a new team, it goes up by 3 to 4 overalls. If we make it to the Super Bowl, we can play a 97 overall team probably. We get to receive the ball first, so I'm going to take a shot back with Alfaro. Pretty sure, if my memory serves me correctly, last time I tried to play offense with this team, it went pretty good, actually. Pretty sure we took a couple of shots deep, and Alfaro made some plays. Almost won the Super Bowl for us. I really want to throw that tight end. Stay there, boy. Yeah, my boy. Alfaro. My Asian buddy. There you go, boy. There you go, boy. Oh, my boy. Look at him run. Alfaro's a god. The Asian sensation himself. Doesn't look anything like his pick. I've been catfished. But either way, we're going to move on to letting the AI play on its own. 7-0. 7-all. Start of the second quarter, looking like a close, low-scoring game. Start of the third, we will be tied up at 14. All right. Start of the second half, they're looking good. We're looking slightly better, though. Looking pretty good, actually. Come on. You score on this drive, and you might win the game. Perfect drive. Up 11. Defense has been here before. They know how to stop a team. And on 4th and 24, they get a 30-yard conversion. It's insane. Up by 5. Offense maybe bailing out the defense for once. And that's killer because up by 12, they have no time. And they won't even get the score, sending us back to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. What was it? A 12-point victory, not bad. Our quarterback decided not to throw a pick this time. Same with theirs, Big Ben. Alex Collins was pretty good. Receiving, Dean was good. Defensively, sack totals, not bad actually for our team. No picks, though, so shockingly, Tucker didn't have to kick a field goal, thankfully, because he probably would have missed it if his regular season stats indicate anything. So that trade we made was very fair because they took our players, made the playoffs and the Super Bowl, giving us a 31 or 32 pick. So either way, we're going to come away with a 31 and 32 pick this draft. Not that we really need it too much. I will also say another bump in the overall, 94 overall. Crazy. Started off at 86, then a 90, then a 93, now a 94. First preseason game is going to be against a 99 overall team, it seems. Starting off the Super Bowl for 3 points on their side. A very long, slow drive, and we do finish with 7. That's nice. Up by 1, and we know how to finish. We're getting touchdowns, and we're holding them to field goals. However, I say that, and we don't get a touchdown. However, defense has held them to 4 field goals. That could be the difference in the game. Start of the fourth quarter, it's looking good for them. It's going to be a very close game. I mean, we're only up by 5. Offense chokes it away, gives them a chance for their first lead of the game. Actually, no, they already had a lead. First lead of the game since the first quarter, I guess. And defense stops. I don't know what the defense did, but we did stop them. Are we going to be able to do it again, though? 3rd and 9, pass knocked away. Up by 2, 4 minutes left. Offense literally needs to get first downs, and they win the game. Here, don't get me wrong, I love this defense, and I think it's good. But can you trust the defense to make a stop when they've literally given up almost points every single drive? It's 4th and 1. I think you have to take this opportunity, especially when you got a guy like Alfaro. It's kind of crazy. From the midfield point, too, I'd have a tough time as a coach, but I believe in Alfaro, and there he is. Alfaro, it's not a win because they have timeouts, but it puts us in a good spot. I think they would have had too much time, and let's see if we win a Super Bowl here. And we do. Coach's decision. I come in. We win by 2. Purple on purple crime. Not enough. Super Bowl win for the Ravens. Number 1. And I think if we win it again next season, that's what I'm going to call the video. You know, these reloads were supposed to be shorter versions of rebuilds, but they're actually longer. So if I'm able to knock out a dynasty right out the gate, I think that's going to be, a success. End of the story. Perfectly executed. We'll see if we can do it, though. I mean, 15-1 lost. 11-5 won. And against Phillip Rivers, who's like a sim god no matter how old he gets. Definitely a success. Pretty happy with the results. Who was the guy? Is that Dean? Is that Boyce or Dean? I don't know. Doesn't show me who the hell it is. Number 11, though. So we know who it is. We just don't know who it is. Makes sense? Maybe it'll be a legit guy this time. I really wish I could skip the fans part. I just want to see... Oh, the quarterback. Garner. I forgot he was number 11. Yeah, it probably makes sense, I would assume. Right? Maybe. He's kind of played rough. Number 53, our middle linebacker. He looks just like Bruce Irvin, I think. I'm trying to think. Is that who I'm thinking of? Yeah, it looks like Bruce Irvin. It's definitely Bruce Irvin mixed with somebody, I think. Bruce Irvin had a baby, and that baby sprouted to a 20-plus-year-old super quickly. So Garner, first glance, definitely did not deserve it. Alex Collins clearly over him. 38 carries in the Super Bowl is ridiculous. Garner is a game manager who plays really well in the regular season and barely does enough in the postseason. Will Lutz, if they would have won, I would say DeWitt Lutz probably deserved the MVP, especially since it probably would have been a field goal. So you've been 6 for 6, winning the game by 1 as well. That would have been insane. But either way, we do win. I will turn on the scouting for the future. I really don't care right now. You know, we don't have high picks. We don't really need too many players. So we're just going to get whoever we can get with near selections to where we are. 11-5 versus 11-5, we win. Last time it was 15-1 versus 15-1, and we lost. So negotiations. We have the fullback, who is not bad. How much money do we have? Cap hit's pretty low. We'll give him a contract. Why not? We won a Super Bowl with him on the team. 30 years of age. Cordero Patterson will be gone. And most of the other guys will as well, I think. 28.8 mil. We have enough for probably one big name. Okay, so Dalvin is an insane name who's knocking in an offer. I don't really have any intentions on actually getting him. However, if he comes to our team, I'm sure as hell not going to be mad. So I'd be willing to pay for him. Don't think we'd really be willing to pay for anyone else, though. Solomon, 98 finesse, 79 block shot, a super sleeper at an 85 overall. That'll definitely catch you off guard. Chris Godwin, superstar dev, another 85 super beast. So running back, we're getting a little old on, I will say. Alex Collins is 27, but I'm not going to worry about that for this rebuild. Receivers, perfectly fine. Linemen, I mean, we could use a new one, but the draft's not going to help us there. I don't know why Saunders is there. I would say McClellan, as a backup, did very well, so he might actually start as a linebacker this year. So realistically, cornerback and pass rusher. How old is Ingram, actually? Ingram is 23, 82, 81, 82 overall. Not super great. Not super bad, though. 7K XP might get him to like an 83, 84. So corner, pass rusher, and safety, I suppose. But I don't know if we're going to get any of those. Might just trade our draft picks for a top-end player. We're in the 4th round. Let's see if there's any guys that could be worth taking. 6.6 left guard. He's old as hell, though. We'll take Applewhite. Quick dev, 77 overall. Could start for someone. It's actually really good. It's fast as hell, too. Which is hard to say about linemen, usually. Damn, our next pick is until the 5th. The late 5th. That's a ridiculous pick to have. Wide receiver, he's iffy, but we'll probably grab him. This pass rushers, actually. He isn't even pass rusher, coverage guy. Coverage guy's iffy, but he looks cool. Ellis Shaw. Normal dev. Anything to work with? He's a pass rusher, I thought. He's a good hybrid. He's a nice little steal there at 21 years of age. What's his excel? 84 speed, 84 excel, 82 agility. Definitely an interesting fella. Kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing. If that receiver's still there, I'll take him. Glover is not the receiver. Well, that's it. Done with the draft. Drafted a few players. Nothing crazy. So we trade a 6th round this, a 4th round next. Brandon Williams for Richardson, their running back, kind of young. And Carey, who I didn't want, but for some reason it was weird. Like, they'd have 1.4 mil deficit. I threw a player on that was like 1.5 mil, and it bumped up to 3.2. I thought, oh, maybe it was negative, but no, it's just literally that. I don't even know. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to give him these 7th round picks as well. I don't want any of this crap. And we'll take one last selection at the end of the 7th, I suppose, just for the hell of it. Mr. Irrelevant. For the hell of it. Slow as hell. No, thank you. Best available, huh? That guy's actually kind of fast. It's going to be terrible. We'll take him. 65 overall. He's so fast. I wonder if any of those guys are like little steals as running backs or something. I don't know. So, of course, Garmin in the 1st round, number 7 overall. Clearly worth the pick. Number 4, Jacoby Applewhite. Great left guard. Honestly, might start him somewhere. Might start him instead of Hudson. Ellis Shaw. Interesting hybrid. Useless for us. Then Stacey Hammond. I'll put him running back and see what he's about. He's a 51 overall. He's so fast, though. 6'1". He's a terrible player either way. 80 elusiveness. I mean, Cool. Don't care about the other players because, once again, we didn't really scout anyone. And even if we did, it was honestly one of the worst drafts I've seen. It's a very bad draft. Of course, looking at this team, Hudson probably gets replaced as a starter. Defense, we'll probably end up taking a look at what McClellan is as a right-out. And Troup versus Mosley as left-out, I would assume. Cornerbacks, once again, I wish we had better ones, but it's just not the case. D-line, I wish they developed better, but that's just not the case. Take a look at free agents. Anyone crazy here? Talib. Like I said, nothing too crazy. We do need a punter, I think. Shum is looking good. I think Brad Wing is the best one here. Let's make our moves and see if we can win a dynasty, or get a dynasty at least. Joe Flacco is now pretty much similar on his cut and his cap. And I'm going to cut him just to make a point. Finally, financially okay to do so. So the moment I do that, the moment I had a chance to do that, I'm taking it because Joe Flacco drove this team into the ground. Just like I would say in real life. I mean, I haven't really watched him play too much, but I don't really see him as the guy. I never really seen him as the guy, to be fair, but nowadays I don't see him as the guy, especially without any talent around him and getting up there in age. Mike Remmer, see you later. Not worth the money at all. Look at that, $8 million for TJ Carey. Did the Raiders a favor there. So this is the team we were going into for the Season 2 of the Reload. Of course, this isn't Season 2. It's like Season 5. And it's a better team, I suppose. Kind of want Boyce as our number 3 because number 3 usually gets it done. And Boyce is the better player over Dean. So if we could do it last year, don't know why I wouldn't be able to do it this year. I did not look at the linebackers, actually. I don't know why I said this is the team when it's not. So as a right outside linebacker, we have Mosley as a 90. Clenley is 84. Comparing the two stat by stat, I do have to admit Mosley is better. So fair enough. I like McClellan for the future, but as of right now, he's not better than Mosley. And then if we can compare Troup to McClellan, Troup is actually very fast and a little bit worse coverage, but overall the better player. So once again, McClellan doesn't start there. So yeah, that's the starting lineup. I would assume this is probably where the team goes into shambles. So I'm hoping the damn hell we can pick up that dynasty, because I would assume these contracts are going to get wild this season. You're going to have to part with a lot of players, I would say. Or if not this year, then next year for sure. Yeah, time to negotiate. How much money do we have? 76 mil, perfectly fine. Alfaro, till he's 30. Cascaden wants a 5-year deal. I mean, I guess I kind of have to give it to him, don't I? Exactly what I wanted. Malik Gordon, 5-year, 65 mil deal. Definitely worth the money. Trope, we will debate. I think a 5-year, 28 mil is a completely fair offer. Now we're actually going to take it right now. Tucker, we'll see. We'll knock that out as well. AJ Dean, 24 years old. We'll give him till he's 28. Okay. It just always has to be the guy that we don't even know if we want. And he just has to make it hard, huh? Headed to playoffs. Let's take a look. I would assume we're in, right? We just won the Super Bowl. Ooh, 11-5. Not that great. 3 straight years of MVP, and the Steelers barely missed the divisional win on us. Not that it mattered. We didn't get a bye week anyways, but man, if we would have won the Vikings game, that is a hell of a comeback. We were looking bad. We were like 4-4 at one point, and then we just won every game except for the Vikings, of course, which was our Super Bowl opponent. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything crazy. Down year for Gardner, I suppose. Rushing probably well up, though. Yep, 25 touchdowns for Collins. Sherman Richardson had a bunch of touchdowns as well. Receiving, no receiver over 10 touchdowns, or even reaching 10 touchdowns. Alex Collins honestly might have been like number 2 or 3 on the MVP board. Like almost 2,000 total yards. Actually might have hit 2,000 total. And like 35 touchdowns maybe. Ridiculous. 34 probably. Sack totals a little bit more than normal years. Take a look at sack totals on defense. Once again, a little bit more than normal years. Picks, not a whole lot. Kicking, Tucker gets a contract. Misses only 1 of 14. Much better than last year. Still kind of sucky. Alfaro, back-to-back years of 2 kick return, or 2 total return touchdowns. So I mean, he's kind of on his way to becoming an all-time great. Like I said, Alex Collins, I'm surprised he legit was number 2, but in all fairness, he did have an insane season. It's actually really like an insane season. Alex Collins, Offensive Player of the Year over the quarterback. McGarity was Best Defensive Player. Didn't have a Rookie of Offense. Defense number 3. Best QB Gardner. Best Running Back Collins. Best Receiver. If we had more touchdowns, maybe Alvaro, but he's number 7. O-line. 4 of our 5 linemen make the list. D-line, Cruz was up there. So was Malik. Linebacker, McGarity wins Defensive Player of the Year, but not even close on linebacker, okay? Kam Chancellor, what a story. Coming from free agency, signed by the Bengals, makes Best DB list. That's pretty cool. Usually it's corners as well, so that's double awesome, I suppose. Receivers, didn't really get a whole lot. Wide receivers, at least. Tight end got about 20K. He's on his way to being an all-time. Garner with 30K XP, looking good. Hubbard, let's take a look at the stats. Looking pretty good. Might have to get his blocking up a little bit. Linebacker McGarity, 21K. McClellan, nothing. DBs, I'm a little worried about these corners. They really haven't gotten much XP. Garmin, good confidence, but really not a lot of XP. Only to maybe get him to an 87. Any backup linemen? Applewhite got a, he might be, 85, 86. Not a bad decision to start him. Let's take a look at all this XP and then play the, the Jags? Let me know if you guys go with throw power ever. I usually just go with short, medium first. Then I go with probably carrying injury, awareness. Then I worry about whatever's left. I usually just go with deep throw. So close to saying deep throw every time I say deep throw. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Don't yell at me. So take a quick glance at the team. Overall, is looking pretty nice. I will say Collins, like I said, needs to probably get replaced. If we do win the Super Bowl here, it will end the rebuild because a dynasty is pretty much the goal of any rebuild. The first thing, obviously, win the Super Bowl. Then if you decide to do a reload or even go further than just the Super Bowl, you want that dynasty. And, of course, we're building a 3 straight Super Bowl team with 2 wins. So, definitely a solid team. Even have that 1 season cushion. So, regardless, it's going to be the perfect reload, I think. Either we get the Super Bowl win here or we miss it and then we get the Super Bowl win next year, still making the dynasty. Might have a couple of home games here for once. We'll see. Although I am worried about this Jags team. I honestly think they could win this one straight up. Starting of the second quarter, we will be down or be up by 3, but short-lived, I would assume. I thought they had a short drive there. 3-all. Start of the second half, we will be tied up at 10-all. Both teams kind of let up a little bit near the end. Good defense. Up by 3. Start of the fourth. Defense doing their thing as usual. And once again, they do their thing again, and then offense chokes it away. So only up 3 now. Offense really loves to make it hard on this team. And on 4th and 2, we go for it. What a clutch call. And that might be the difference in winning the game and going to the Super Bowl. And I think it is. What a call. I mean, finally listening kind of to what I believe in. 4th and short. You believe in your defense, but you believe in a short conversion more. Take your chances. You get the play. And instead of potentially losing in overtime or worse, we move on to the next round. I like that. Max Hubbard, 5 for 30, 2 touchdowns. Nice goal line threat there. Sack totals. Malik had 1. McGarity had a pick. McGarity might be a thumbnail candidate. Tucker missed a field goal. Nice. Best kicker. Can't get it done. Cool. I don't know what it is, but Tucker literally always struggles for me. Every single rebuild I ever have, anytime I have him and there's a sim scenario, he always struggles. Who is this one going to be? The Chargers. That's going to be a tough one. No Phillip Rivers as well. They probably moved on to a better QB. Even though I will say, like I said before, Phillip's a god in sim, especially the playoffs. Him and Big Ben, I don't know what it is. Bortles as well sometimes. The big 3 of old QBs there, even though Bortles isn't old, but damn career might be over soon. So we will be kicking the ball first, so we know exactly straight away who's going where and from what side. So right to left is them. Left to right is us. I like that for a split second. Chargers always give us a tough time, especially their defense. Up by 3, they did get ball first. And start of the second half, we are only up by 3. Could have been worse, though. Defense doing a very good job so far. Offense is struggling a little bit. And do they have the ball back again? How the hell did that happen? It's all tied up at 20. A lot of running plays. I can see why our running back always has like almost 40 carries. But hey, it works. 4 minutes left, and we're up by 7, and there's a pick. Is that the championship game? I think it is. Yep, defense locks up. Has a very strong 4 minutes there. Wins the game by 17. Defense has been amazing. I'm pretty sure the title of the first rebuild for this was the best defense ever or something like that. And with the way our offense is playing, I mean, we're winning still, so it kind of says so. We turned the ball over 4 times. Still won the game. Defense, let's take a look at the stats. 1 sack for McGarity. 2 picks for Banjo the youngster. 1 for Tavon. Frank Schwartz had a pick, and Casey had 2. Both kickers were perfect. That's a cool sign, even though I'd rather our kicker make the field goals in the games we need them. I know that game technically did, but obviously we finished with a 17-point win. Would have been a 14 without his field goal, so it didn't really matter too much. Championship game, and we beat the Chargers, so who's next? Steelers? Titans. Ooh, 15-1. 94 overall. This is going to be a tough one. This could be a loss. It probably doesn't help that I use the Cowboys playbook because they run the ball a lot. Luckily, we have a decent running back and we have a good line, so that scheme has been working for us. We have a great tight end as well. Not superb in blocking, but it should drag some players out. Should make the the linebacker think twice. And I actually receive. Oh, well, we'll maybe keep it a little easy for the offense. Take it to the 50. I'm calling the 39-yard line. Ooh, this is going to be a tough call, too, because the wind kicked this ball far. I guess the wind didn't kick it, did it? To the 28. It's close enough. I mean, if it wasn't for the wind, maybe we'd get close to that mark. Starting off, we are left to right, and we have a nice, strong first drive. Defense does its job. Of course, they have the ball tied up now. Start of the second quarter. They are now up by 3. Offense getting down there slowly. Defense does its job. Start of the second half. Please be up. Yes, I don't know how the hell we held them to nothing, but up by 7. Defense makes a play. 31-10. Looking strong. They do have a chance to score. It's never over. Only up by 14. Defense for their side doing very strong here. And they get a one-play score. They get the extra point. So with 8 minutes left, our lead has diminished to nothing. However, offense is doing very well here. It's going to be a field goal, but that's a huge field goal. 4 minutes wasted. They are scoring very quickly, though. Only 3. That gives me a lot of confidence. On 3rd and 6, we give up a bad play. We're up by 7. Clock's draining. And back-to-back Super Bowl trips. 15-1 Titans were not enough. They weren't enough. Close. Not close enough. Let's take a look at the stats. Once again, game manager Garner came out, but at least he managed it better than 4-pick Mariota. 3 rushing. I mean, in all fairness, to be fair, Collins does get a lot of rushing touchdowns, so 3 touchdowns rushing. Corey Davis did very well for them. I mean, he really shined in that game, although it was one big play, to be fair. Pierce did well. Janis and Mosley combined for a sack. Humphrey with a pick. Tavon with a pick. McGarity with a pick. Mosley with a pick. McGarity has been very good in the postseason for us. But moving on to the Super Bowl, who is it going to be against? Eagles, Vikings? I don't know. If we win this, like I said, rebuild/reload over. Got ourselves a... I forgot to show you the first season that I didn't cheat the playoffs. Not that it once again matters, but since I am... Oh, the Lions. Okay, since I'm remembering it now, I'll show you this season at least. Postseason, of course, no forced wins, no multiple games. The Lions. Interesting. And I haven't used the Coach XP because we have every single XP thing, so no real need. Super Bowl versus the Lions. 96-89. Definitely the easiest, quote-unquote, easiest roster we've had to play against. I'm going to need a win here. I want that dynasty. I can smell it. I will say, before I came back into this reload, I did expect the team to be a little better than this. Still a great team, though. Slow drives have been so well for us. I mean, normally they're terrible for me. Uh-oh. We had a fast drive. That worries me. Tells me we're kind of getting away from our roots here. Although, start of the second half, and we were up 11. This is looking good. There you go. A nice slow drive. That's a Super Bowl win. That is what I'm talking about, boys. 18-point victory at least. 25-point victory. I hate numbers like this. Come on, score. Thank you. Oh, maybe not. Be careful what you wish for there. Because they have a chance here. 2 timeouts only, but only down 14. I mean, they get an onside kick here. Did they get it? Is that our ball? I think we won the Super Bowl. 48-41. What a hell of a comeback by the Lions, though. That is an insane score for a Super Bowl. They came very, very close to winning that game. Defense just completely laxed and almost choked it away. Offense did enough to, put the points past reaching point. And that's a dynasty. That's a rebuild. That's a dynasty. Or I guess a reload anyways. So thank you forever. There's a few of you guys actually talking about that beast Ravens quarterback do a reload of that team. Here it is. Dynasty. Didn't cheat. No force wins or anything. Once again, I didn't get to show it last season. Gardner. I mean, hey, this time he definitely deserved MVP. Last one, I don't think he did. But this one for sure did. And yeah, there we go. I mean, that's how a rebuild/reload's done right there, boys. And of course, if you're still watching at this point, I appreciate it. If you're still watching, comment "still watching" or something. Like, comment whatever you're gonna want, whatever you're planning on commenting, and then comment "still watching." And of course, Falcons realistic rebuild, I believe, this Thursday will finish off the rebuilds, the regular rebuilds for the season. Of course, we will continue doing them until Madden 19 officially releases, which probably consists of a couple of rebuild challenges, quote unquote. Super quarterback battle across the board. Gardner made a little bit more of his attempts. Yeah, you double the scores, and Gardner would have hit 440 with less attempts. Only missed 3 passes. That's insane. Rushing, fumble for Collins and Richards, and we still won the game. So not flawless on offense, but still pretty good. Ran the ball well. Receiving, Alfaro did very well. Anunwa. Victor Tanner. I have literally no idea who that is. Some rookie at some point, I guess, but see, defensively, no sack for us, no pick for us. Pretty clean Super Bowl, other than our fumbles, obviously. Solid win against what seems to be a good team. 41 points is pretty good against our defense. I'm pretty sure any of the other games, if they would have scored 41, they would have won. So that's pretty impressive. So, of course, I won't destroy this rebuild. I won't delete it. But it's probably the last time we will see it. Absolutely insane. Let's take a look at Gardner's final stats or ratings. 24 years of age, 2 years in the league. Superstar dev, 90 throw power, but 99 mid, 99 short, 95 deep. Throwing the runs, 94. Play actions, 94. 87 speed, 83 excel. Good ability to move around. Very good QB. Ranked the #1 QB in the league. Alfaro, another super beast. In the league for, 1 year more and still the same age. Absolute star. I believe he was normal dev when he started, but he's insane. Run block never really got up there. Don't really matter. He's the 8th best receiver. I would easily say the best at 6'2". With those stats and that age is insane. Hubbard recently got him 1 year in the league, technically 2. And superstar dev, super speedy, decent catching stats. Obviously, he'd still have a bit more to go with. Let's say defense. McGarity, I suppose I'll take a look at. 88 speed, excel of 89. He's a very good player, actually. Coverage stats are lacking a little bit, but he's still an amazing player. And then Humphrey, I suppose, will be the last player we'll look at. Decent player. Not even close to the best Humphrey I've ever had. Hey, the best Humphrey. But very good either way. Keanu Neal, kind of a wild card. Really didn't perform too well, but maybe he was the last push we needed, to be fair. Huge upgrade at strong safety. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought of it. If you have any suggestions for rebuild ideas or challenges in the future, or teams, I suppose, let me know in the comment section, or even just what-ifs, experiments, whatever it may be. A new game, perhaps. I believe if I have everything timed properly, Monday I will be uploading my first video to the second channel. So definitely going to have a little announcement for that, probably on Monday at some point. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,